Hello. Hey guys, this is Kimmi, Notary Life with Kimmi. How's it going? Well, listen, I wanted to share a story with you about something that happened the other day. I got a check from a title company that I work for. And guess what? They overpaid me, right? You would say that never happens. They always pay me right to the penny. Well, this time they actually overpaid me. So, what did I do? What was the process? And what happened, right? So anyway, the signing company, it wasn't a signing company, it was actually one of my directs. They overpaid me and they sent me the check. So I looked at it, I said, okay, oh, this is a nice amount. And I said to myself, no, something's not right though. So the reason I wouldn't know immediately if it was right or wrong is because when you work with so many different companies, personal companies calling you, title companies calling you, personal clients rather calling you, doing general notary work, and you working for signing companies, direct, all these different people, right? Checks are coming in at all times, whenever. You never know when, what amount. It could be from 35 days ago, from 45 days ago. You just never know, right? Most companies pay net 30, net 45. So that means you do an assignment today, you may not get paid for it for 30 days later, 45 days later. And if you guys know anything I talk about, your memory is not always the best, right? So anyway, I get this check in the mail and I'm super excited. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. They overpaid me. So why would they even make that mistake in the first place? So this particular direct client that I have, sometimes their documents require a witness and sometimes it does not. So I did about maybe 3 or 4 jobs for them, and they underpriced it where they didn't put the witness fee in there. And after that, the title company, because this client buys a lot of different properties, right? After that, the title company decided, well, hey, we're just going to collect a certain amount. And they, once they collected it, they just have a little cushion there. They have a cushion. So this time they paid me for 2 witnesses. Well, I didn't have 2 witnesses for this particular assignment. There were not 2 witnesses. So that's what the extra fee was. It was only $50, but it's still making a point that it can happen because they're human when they're cutting checks and stuff, right? So my point is, and I'm not suggesting that anyone would do this, you definitely would not want to keep that check. So I actually sent out to the client. I wrote an email to the client and let them know, hey, you guys paid me for 2 witnesses, which there were none involved in this particular signing. What would you like me to do? So they gave me the option to send it back, to send the client the difference of what I should have received and what they paid me. Well, I decided I didn't want to do it that way because I could have cashed app him or sent him a check or something, but I actually wanted a paper trail from title of what happened, because I don't ever want them to come back and say, well, hey, you kept that money and you didn't pay or whatever, and you wasn't entitled to it. So I let them pay the client back. So on my next job I did for them, they had me invoice them for the $50 difference. So that way it's a paper trail. I actually even let the client know. I said, hey, Mr. So-and-so, I just want to let you know they did overpay me for this previous job we did, but they are going to refund you. So clients are looking at the bottom line. The title company is looking at it. Those records must match eventually. So don't ever think, oh, okay, no one's going to catch this. And again, I'm not ethically saying that anyone would do this. I wasn't going to do it. And I know that you were not either. But I just want to let you know that these things happen because humans are involved, right? Whenever we start touching something, some things can go wrong. So the overpayment was refunded to the client. My next invoice that I sent them was for the lesser amount to compensate. And another thing I wanted to mention to you guys is make sure you have your journal where you document what happened, because if I didn't have my journal, I wouldn't have been able to recall, well, did he have 2 witnesses that day? Do they owe me this money? So I had my journal documenting everything that happened, right? If I had 2 witnesses, I recorded their ID and everything in my journal. Because again, sometimes his documents required witnesses, sometimes 1, sometimes 2, depending on where his property was being bought or whatever. But because I see so many people, I'm not going to remember every document and if it needed a witness or if his documents needed witnesses from 2 months ago, right? So the other piece of that is also Notary Gadget. If you are not using Notary Gadget, you are probably shortchanging yourself and your business. I include in my Notary Gadget my personal, like my general notary work is what I'm trying to say. My general notary work I include, and I also include my loan signings, direct, Also from signing companies, I put everything in there. I put my ink fingerprinting in there. I put my apostilles in my Notary Gadget app. They actually have an app for the phone now. So I use it for everything. So Notary Gadget will save you some money. You get the first, right now, 14 or 15 signings for free. And then after that, it's around $8.99 per month. So check out my description box at here, notaryeducatorsllc.com is my website. And I do have a link over there. If you sign up, I'll get a little affiliate for that. Okay, so again, even if I wasn't an affiliate, Notary Gadget, I was hesitant, guys. I was trying to do it the cheat way and do Excel spreadsheets and, old-fashioned pen and paper. Nah, you can't keep up like that. You have to keep up with your money. So again, the moral of this story is a couple of things. Always, one, if you receive an overpayment, send it back. Let somebody know, hey, I received more money than I was supposed to, right? Number two, that builds a good relationship, good rapport with the client. Because like I said, I mentioned to him what happened. He was going to find out anyway, right? His numbers was going to be wrong. He's like, where's my extra money at? Because he knows where every penny is. Believe me when I tell you. It builds rapport with the client, with the direct company. Because it's like, oh, she's honest also. She let us know we overpaid her. Because I could see it in her tone of her email. Oh, thank you, Kimberly, for letting us know, right? So that builds a rapport with your client, with the direct person, everybody, right? And you sleep well at night. Nobody want to go to bed with a bad conscience knowing that, hey, I kept something that didn't belong to me. So again, a good way to avoid all of that is Notary Gadget. What method are you using to keep up with your money out there? Notary Gadget also is good for tax time. Angela and Alexis have both told stories where they did not have a method of keeping up with their money. And it bit them the following year for taxes, right? Because you don't know where everything is. You're trying to scrape up receipts and scrape up this. And Notary Gadget is very good. I even put my witnesses in there. When I pay a witness, that money is accounted for in there. So in Notary Gadget, you can do categories of whatever you want. So like I said, I have a category for apostilles. I have one for my ink fingerprinting. I have one for everything. So also at the end of the year, you can run a report. And you can see, okay, I only did one ink fingerprinting. Well, maybe that's not productive for me. Or I did 10 of them. Oh, I did 5 I-9s. Okay, how can I increase that next year? So per category, you can go back and see how much money you made. So again, these are just a few extra tips to help you make money, keep more of it in your pocket, and stay honest out there, guys. Again, this video is not suggesting, before anybody put it in a comment, well, Kim, we would never do that. I didn't say you would, right? But I just want you to know what happened. It's just a story and it's facts, right? So work from a place of honesty and be ethical and get your money, okay? Until next time, this is Notary Life with Kimmi. I am wishing you guys the best. Bye.